Over the past week or so, Bitcoin touched a new all-time high and has since then seen a correction down to our August 3rd lows. On the other hand, Ethereum's August 3rd low is sitting at about 3,300. We're now getting a bounce above that previous resistance, very healthy and constructive price action, and as a result, Bitcoin dominance has seen a major decline. Bitcoin dominance is now resting on a huge uptrend line that stems back from January of 2023. We've already seen coins like Chainlink breaking out. Chainlink from the June lows is now up 130%. And it appears that Chainlink is probably headed for this next upward sloping resistance target, which is actually sitting closer to about $40. That is where this particular trend may take us. We're going to be talking about all of this and more in today's video. But a lot of people are wondering, why is Bitcoin coming down in the past week? Why has Ethereum pulled back in the past week? Well, the answer is almost always associated with the S&P 500. If you look at the S&P, it has also been trending down for the past week. Bitcoin and Ethereum went up during this move, and they went down during this move, following the S&P. It's just standard speculation in the market. Right now, the S&P is in this consolidation mode here. And so we're potentially looking for a potential higher low in this range. Still looks good to me. The trend is still your friend for the S&P. For Bitcoin, the trend is still your friend in the long term. For Ethereum, obviously, the trend is very much your friend right now. There's a lot of momentum here for Ethereum. It's actually in a much more bullish posture than Bitcoin. For most of this cycle, it has been a Bitcoin cycle. That's for sure. Bitcoin has had the most momentum. Altcoins haven't really done much at all. And now Bitcoin is seeing of a lack of momentum, actually. It's slowing down. It's not as quick anymore as it was coming up. I mean, of course, that can change. Maybe we find a higher low and we just rip straight up to new highs. Wouldn't surprise me at all. This is bringing a lot of attention towards things like Ethereum, which are maintaining their momentum, which Bitcoin dominance is beginning to drop. So in my opinion, it looks pretty good from this point for the altcoins. The current administration is very favorable to crypto in terms of regulation. Right, the altcoins don't have any really major hurdles to get over right now. Ethereum on the daily chart is currently seeing some bearish momentum has come in on the daily MACD for Ethereum. Now, the last time we had a pullback of this size in this position on the trend, it was about 5 days of downside on the MACD, followed by a major recovery to a new high on the range. Ethereum right now is playing out something very similar. A few days down of negative momentum coming back to this upward sloping support line. And most likely, we're going to see this turn around, create a trough, and then run up to another peak. That's at least what this trend is suggesting. Ethereum from the last high to low reached right around the 2618 fib. And if we were to fib again from this high to this low, the 2618 fib is actually coming in at a pretty significant level. That's about 5,970 if we were to get the same type of continuation move for Ethereum on the next move to the upside. So far on this trend for Ethereum, when it's coming back to retest these low points, it's testing around the 50 level. This is currently the trend support is that 50 level, and that's where Ethereum touched once again. So if this trend was going to continue, we'd want to be holding the 50 level on the daily RSI for that confirmation of continuation. And then the next major leg up could be taking us towards the RSI downtrend line. That would be your next major target for Ethereum. We're testing the RSI support target, and then you test the RSI resistance target, and that would be giving us bearish divergence once again. So you could probably expect some resistance on that next major top for Ethereum as we come back to retest the previous all-time high, right? There's always going to be an all-time high retest before continuation. So even if Ethereum does get that momentum and breaks all the way out to, let's say, the 2618 from high to low, 5,900 potentially, even if we get all the way up there, right? Maybe we don't get all the way up there, but wherever we get to, I think it's very wise to expect a pullback to the previous all-time high after this breakout. That is perfectly standard, perfectly normal structure. And for Bitcoin, of course, we could see a test down to the parabolic trend line before getting support and continuation, which may allow the RSI to reset a little bit lower before bouncing. Ultimately, again, the trend is your friend. I'm still remaining bullish on the market. I'm not really concerned about this. Ethereum looks really good. Bitcoin dominance is beginning to fall, which is usually the signal right before the most bullish point of the cycle. is usually when Bitcoin dominance begins to fall, right? Most of the crypto market begins to rise at this point. So as of right now, we're in a pretty good position for the market across the board, the market overall. And if we look at the total three, which is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can see that we're setting up for potentially an all-time high break. The 2021 highs, we're coming up right towards those now, and we may see a rise at least to this upward sloping channel line, right? At the minimum, I'm looking for a test up towards 2 trillion for the total three. And if things go really well, then we could see an even higher price target get reached. Other than that, the crypto market is in consolidation mode. So there's a lot of pending variables here. Tomorrow is the Jackson Hole speech from Jerome Powell. So that's going to probably play a huge role on which way the markets pivot next. And most likely tomorrow, there's gonna be another update here on this channel based on that event. So let's see how this all plays out. And as a reminder, you could be saving 20% cash back on all of your trading fees by signing up for Blowfin using the referral code below, the link below. 20% of your fees get deposited back into your account every day that you're trading by using this sign-up code. For any of you serious traders out there, this could mean thousands of dollars refunded back to your account. Signing up for Blowfin is easy. Email or phone number, no KYC, use a VPN if you have to, and I'll see you guys in the next video.